Hey, what is up, investors? Jason here. So today we're going to be talking about Solana and doing a bit of a technical analysis. Now, it's been a while since I've talked about Solana, and we're seeing some pretty good price movements right now. We're seeing a good amount of consolidation with Solana, as well as seeing Solana currently above that 50-day moving average. So some things to get into with the technicals, and also some things to point out with the history of Solana looking at the price from last year. So let's go into a little bit about the technicals as well as some news that's currently going on. So as we get to it, if you don't mind, please do me a huge favor. Please be sure to smash, destroy, annihilate, or gently press that like button to help me out with the algorithm and help spread this content to more people that might find it interesting. Now let's get to it. So this is what we got going on with Solana right now. Now, in mid-June, we had seen the price of Solana bottom out most likely a little bit under $26. Now, since then, what we've been seeing is we've been seeing this Elliot Wave pattern going on where the price would top out a bit above that 20-day moving average and then come back down below that 20-day moving average. And it's been consistently doing that within this Elliott Wave pattern. Now, what we got going on now, though, is we have that 50-day moving average that we're currently above. Now, we're going to most likely be falling below that, but what we also have going on is we have that 20-day moving average crisscrossing that 50-day moving average. So we're going to continue seeing this consolidation more than likely trending up, and then we're going to start getting closer to that 100-day moving average. Now, that'll probably be within the next couple of weeks that we'll see such a thing happen as we start trending up to that 100-day moving average, but then we'll be transitioning between that 100-day and that 50-day moving average around that time. So this is a pattern that we're working on right now, and I have a good feeling that we're going to continue staying on this. Now, of course, the crypto market has so much volatility that anything can happen, and we could end up falling out of this pattern and then start trending down lower. But given the data that we have, knowing that we have the CPI data coming out in about a little bit more than a week, in about a week and a half, we're going to get that information, and more than likely we're going to hear that inflation is slowing down, so that the rise in interest rates is also working in our favor here, and that's going to be something that's going to really help out the whole crypto market more than likely. Now, obviously, anything can change, and this is not financial advice, entertainment purposes only. This is just my own personal opinion that I'm sharing here. Now, the interesting thing with Solana is that Solana's price managed to actually bottom out at around where it was at that same time in the previous year, where we look at Solana back in June of 2022, and we look at it back in June of 2021. Not a whole lot difference within the price changes here with Solana. And even looking at Solana in August of 2021, we're about a little bit above where it was this time last year, which is much different than even where Bitcoin was, where Bitcoin currently is much lower right now than where Bitcoin was back in August of 2021. So Solana has a bit different of a performance than a lot of the other cryptocurrencies that are out there. I mean, even Ethereum, for example, which is still lower than where it was this time back in August of 2021. And another good comparison, since a lot of people like to compare Solana with Cardano, Cardano is far lower still right now than where it was back in August of 2021. So Solana has been performing a bit surprising compared to where a lot of the other cryptocurrencies have seen volatility. Solana, for the most part, really corrected down to the same level as it was in the previous year. If we compare Solana from where it was at its highs back in mid-November to now, the price has gone down more than 80%. But if we were to compare Solana from where it had bottomed out at, the price was down at that time more than 90% from its high. Now, if we compare Solana from mid-June to now, the price is up more than 50%. And even at one point, we had seen the price of Solana up more than 75%. So Solana from its highs to now doesn't really look like the price is doing too much right now. And that's why I find it so interesting, because we're seeing this consolidation with the price, and we're approaching that 100-day moving average, which I believe could possibly be leading us into a good potential breakout for a good rally, especially as we have the entire crypto market showing some positive signs that we have seen a bottom with it, especially if we look over at the 200-week moving averages of Bitcoin and Ethereum, as the prices are continuously trending upwards in that aspect. Now, so I think we're going to be seeing this breakout soon with Solana as we see more of this consolidation and the bulls continue buying and the price getting closer and closer to that 100-day moving average, which I think will be there within the next week or two as a possibility of being above that. What I think that a lot of people are probably wondering about is, well, what about Ethereum's merge and how is that going to impact Solana, since a lot of the early price movements with Solana had to do with Ethereum's gas fees, where back in the beginning of 2021, Solana was not on anybody's radar, and it was under $2 at that time. And then quickly we started seeing the price move up real fast, where all of a sudden people started talking about Solana, and it kind of just came out of nowhere with everybody. And we ended up seeing that go from being around, $1-2 in the beginning of the year, and then finishing out that fourth quarter with it hitting a high in November above $260. So a lot of people really wonder, hey, is there really room for Solana to start seeing any sort of big gains like it was before in the past? And I think that there's always going to be room for different cryptocurrencies. There's always going to be room for an alternative to something else as investors go to different things. And especially as we see more adoption with crypto and it becoming more and more popular, there's still plenty of room for Solana, as long as they can, of course, get better with their downtime, with their crashes that they do see with their network. But put that to the side and just think about the price movements here. The possibility of them benefiting from the Ethereum merge is a real possibility. None of that with the Cardano's Basil hard fork, because that is another proof of stake cryptocurrency that is viewed as a competitor to Ethereum. So I think that there's a lot to really benefit from different cryptocurrencies. And I think with these larger cryptocurrencies, they have more staying power than a lot of these little ones that no one really knows about, because as there's so many people invested into them. And I think that's where Solana really has a chance to benefit from, especially here in the short term over these next couple months of seeing this price see a really nice correction as it's starting to do right now. And who knows where it's going to be going from there, as we're seeing a good change within the whole crypto market right now. So anyways, though, with that being said, is there anybody buying Solana right now at these prices? And what are your thoughts about Solana and the Ethereum merge? Do you think that that could be something that could have a negative effect on the price of Solana? I'd like to know that as well. So anyways, that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New content coming out all the time. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I will see you all the next one coming very soon.